Guess what's happening? Miss Hilda's here. Guess what's happening? It means things are happening at Georgia Mountain Fairgrounds, and I'm excited. 76th annual Georgia Mountain. We went through 75 last year. Celebrate, celebrate, celebrate. We celebrated. And now you're starting a whole new year. Lots and lots of concerts and lots of really good concerts.
Yes, we've started out with a very busy season and got a busy season coming up. We entertain just about every week there at the Georgia Mountain Fairgrounds, and people come from all over the United States to the Georgia Mountain Fairgrounds. I had a friend just recently, they're on their way back, they've been out west for a whole month traveling with their RV, and he told me, he texted me yesterday and he said, Hilda, I've promoted the Georgia Mountain Fairgrounds all the way across the United States. I said, well, that's awesome. He said, everybody knows about Georgia Mountain Fairgrounds and they're wanting to come and camp there. He said.
That's right, that's right.
He was in a lot of different campgrounds and just, you know, telling them about all the concerts and events we have. So yes, we do have a lot coming up, and if you want to come this weekend and be entertained, we've got the Scottish Festival there on the fairgrounds.
I saw that.
This event's been going on for 20 years in Blairsville at the Meeks Park, and they just outgrew their venue, so we moved it to the Georgia Mountain Fairgrounds last year. So this will be the second year there at the fairgrounds, and they're expecting to have more clans this year and more bands, so there'll be a lot more people. We had about 9,000 people there last year for the 2 days. And then on Saturday night, we've got Braden Rumfeld and the American Idol contestants.
Yeah, guess who'll be there?
You're going to come see that. That's great.
We're coming because I really am so excited that American Idol brought gospel music to more people than has ever been televised.
Yes.
I mean, more people, because those kids learned to sing in church. And so they chose church songs to do.
They did. There was a lot of good, it was a lot of good church service going on.
It was awesome. It was awesome.
Events. I just heard so many people talking about that, and I think that's a good thing for America.
Yeah, we need it. And let's talk about America. On the 4th of July, I will be front and center up there at Hamilton Gardens waiting on the fireworks.
Well, good
I'm
for you.
excited. I'm
excited too. I think celebrating 250 years for America, that's a big deal.
That's a big deal.
And I'm excited that we're going to be able to do a lot more events there at the Georgia Mountain Fairgrounds. On July 4th, we're increasing our fireworks show to a much bigger fireworks, patriotic theme, of course. And we have the Vintage Vixens that'll be there in concert in the parking lot there in front of the office. And then Calvary Baptist Church does a mission every year, a church mission, and they get all these slides and bouncy houses and foam pits and all kinds of games for children and the children of the area and the community, and they'll be doing face painting, and then we'll have lots of food trucks and we're going to have a special design July 4th t-shirt that we'll be selling there at the fairgrounds. It's going to be a wonderful weekend. And then Catherine, that runs Hamilton Gardens for me, is wanting to do something up at Hamilton Gardens. So we're selling tables there under the pavilion. You come and buy a table. I think you bought one, didn't you?
I did.
And you can come and enjoy the fireworks up there. You can bring your own picnic and drinks, or you can buy from us. We got hamburgers.
You're in the shade. If it rains, you're out of the rain, and you're right around the corner from the cleanest restrooms in camping history. I will just say, I did a video about your restrooms one year when we stayed there, and it got so many hits on YouTube. And I said, who'd have thought that many women were interested in clean restrooms when you camp?
Well, you know,
but a lot of people pay attention to that.
They do, and I'm one of the ones that pay attention. When I go to other venues and things, I've had so many compliments on our bathrooms there in the campground. The people, men and women, come and tell you how clean everything is.
Because that's one of those things.
Makes you feel comfortable.
You say, okay, it's kind of like being at home. Well, not exactly. There's not a bunch of dirty clothes piled over the floor.
But yeah, it's going to be a fun weekend, and we'll have a live band up there at Hamilton Gardens. Wyatt Espelin and the Riverstones are going to be playing. We're going to be serving.
You know what you need? You need that night. Nothing more Americana than clogging.
Oh, I know. That would be good.
Clogging. We need some cloggers.
We do.
My favorite thing about the tribute that was done for you was the clogging.
I know. Wasn't that
was
fun?
The coolest thing. Yes.
We need more clogging. And you know, that's kind of a thing that we used to really be into, and we'd have 125 teams come in there and dancing all day and all night for the cloggers convention. But the teams have kind of gotten away from that, and we just wasn't.
I think they got old.
Well, it could be, and nobody
some of them.
replaced
I've
them.
seen some cloggers that are about 80, but what's that place up in North Carolina that, Asheville. Asheville still has a clogging convention.
Oh, do
so
they?
you might kind of look at the groups that go there and then call them and say, hey, look, Bubba, we got a better location. In Hiawassee, Georgia.
Right. Well, you know, it's something to check into. And I tried the national convention, Cloggers Convention. The people contacted me and wanted to do like a regional event there. And do a state event, you know, because they travel all over the United States doing all that. I think they have the nationals probably in Nashville, Tennessee. But we tried that there at the fairgrounds, and we had like 20 teams that come and danced. I think it was state, I believe I'm right. And we tried it 2 or 3 years, but it didn't draw a lot of people. I was shocked at how many. We sold tickets for it and everything, but it just wasn't a big draw. So
that's crazy.
I don't know. It is crazy.
Well, and another thing I think you tested that wasn't quite a hit was Price is Right.
Yes, I did that the first time, and I sold it completely out. And then we tried it again after that, and it did not sell that great. And honestly, I don't ever want to have to go back through. I'm not saying anything bad about Price is Right or any of those shows, but that was so much work that they require to have that show. It was just really hard. So I think the music is better than, it sells better than the
well, and that's what we love. We love just sitting there listening to some great music, hanging out, having a corn dog, having one of those great ice creams. And you know, let's give a little credit to the people at the concession stand.
Yes,
people go there to eat.
They do.
They go there to eat.
They do. We run that concession stand with all volunteers. The Georgia Mountain Fairgrounds is a nonprofit organization. We're a 501c3, and they come in there and volunteer and just have a blast. And they get to socialize and meet people and just really enjoy all the people that attend our events. So yes, let's say a big thank you to them. All of our ushers are volunteers. All of our gate officials are volunteers, and they just enjoy bringing back and helping the community. You know, so
people. Those are people.
They are people.
They like people. Yes. And I'll tell you something else. People like Hiawassee. It's 2 hours from Ball Ground. It's 2 hours and 45 minutes from Atlanta. It's like escaping to another world.
It is. It's a beautiful area, and I think with the lake and the mountains, and it's a small town, but I love the small town feel, you know. And we've recently got a new restaurant that came to Hiawassee, and they have one here in Blue Ridge. The Italian restaurant, Ferraro's, I think
you
pronounce it.
I saw that, yeah.
We had dinner there last night. It was really good. But they have opened up a restaurant in Hiawassee, and it's been packed. I talked to the general manager last night there in Blue Ridge, and he said, Hilda, we're actually busier in Hiawassee tonight than we are here in Blue Ridge. Yeah. So it's going over well, and people are really enjoying it. And I've been there for dinner, and it's great. But we needed that in Hiawassee. Yeah. We really needed some fine dining, and I'm thankful that we've got it. But yes, Hiawassee is a beautiful area, and we've got all these events going on at the fairgrounds to entertain people. So if you can't come for the weekend coming up with the Scottish Festival, we have the Hiawassee Rod Run and Shenandoah coming June the 18th, 19th, and 20th. It's the Hiawassee Rod Run. It's a car show that we've had there for several years. The promoter is out of South Carolina, does a wonderful job, and we got a great venue to have the car show as well. And then Shenandoah will be in the concert hall.
Now let's talk about Shenandoah. Okay, yesterday I threw a whole bunch of pictures out there, and we talked kind of through the pictures, and it was my day coming back after being out with this sinus crap. And so I said, y'all better pay attention. So tonight on Facebook, we're going to be giving away some Shenandoah tickets. So if you didn't watch yesterday's show, you better rewatch it, or watch it, or rewatch it, so you remember. And I hope y'all took some notes, because I did trivia based on people that I was so blessed to get to actually interview at the Georgia Mountain Fairgrounds. And one of them that was my favorite, one of my favorites, Charlie Pride, Larry Gatlin. Larry Gatlin, totally crazy man, absolutely crazy man, and so much fun. But do you know he makes blue jeans in Blue Ridge, Georgia?
I did not know that until you told me that a couple years ago. I guess we were talking about
the Larry Gatlin jeans are made in Blue Ridge, Georgia. And so if you want to buy tickets, go buy you some tickets to Shenandoah. But if you'd like to win some tonight, we're going to be giving away some.
Well, that's
and
wonderful.
Because they're coming on June the 19th, you've got just a couple of weeks. Make your plans. Plan a daycation or plan a staycation and go up and camp or go up and stay at the Ridge or go up. There's so many places to stay.
Well, they are. There's some nice resorts there. The Ridges Resort is right there on Lake Chattooga, and they have the.
That would be my choice because it's on the water.
Yes, it's on the water.
I love the water.
They have a marina there. You can rent a pontoon boat. You can rent a jet ski. You can rent a canoe, whatever you want to rent. And then they have the Marina Station, which is a great restaurant there right on the water. Such pretty views there. And then they have fine dining, the Oaks restaurant that's there at the Ridges Resort. And I've gone there several times. Their food is absolutely wonderful. They have a coffee shop inside the Ridges Resort there.
Wow.
And
so you don't have to get out and go anywhere.
Yeah, you don't.
Feed yourself all there. So it's, what do they call that? It's totally inclusive.
It is.
Everything's there.
And it's a beautiful place if you want to get married. They do a lot of weddings there.
Yay.
So have a lot of events going on. It's just a gorgeous place. I love it there. And then we have Brasstown Valley Resort, which is a beautiful resort that sits on 500 acres there with a big golf course and restaurants and all. And
it's known for its view.
And they have a spa. And they are renovating that place right now.
Wow.
So you're going to have all brand new rooms. They've already started the renovation, and it's just a beautiful place to go and relax in the mountains. They got trails. You can go hiking. You can go horseback riding. You can do about anything you want to there and spend the whole time. But the Chattooga Lodge is right next door to the fairgrounds. Then we have a Holiday Inn in Hiawassee, which is only a mile away, and they've renovated that place. So it's definitely something.
And do they send you thank you cards? Because
they do, and they help sponsor some of our events, and everything, because we send a lot of business to them.
Yeah, they should.
We do.
And when we look at what you brought to Hiawassee 76 years ago, you weren't there then, but you've been about there ever since. So
I've been there a long time. I started there in 1991, and when I started, we only had the fair, which was a 12-day fair in August, and then we had a weekend in May with a spring festival, and we had a weekend in October with the fall festival.
That was it.
Yeah, that was it. And now we got something every weekend. So we have seen a lot of growth there at the Georgia Mountain Fairgrounds, and we've got Clint Black coming up. That's going to be a great show. He's got hit after hit. That's coming up
Lots of hits.
June the 26th. So get your tickets for
You're going to
Clint
win
Black.
tickets to that too, because
Yes.
I'm going to give some of those tickets away.
And then the Hiawassee Downtown Development is doing the A1A Jimmy Buffett tribute band. That's going to be a lot of fun. Come and get your tickets. I think there's one table left.
Is tequila involved in that?
Yeah. Probably.
Yeah.
But it is. They get up and dance, and they just have so much fun. So we sell tables down front of the stage, and I think all the tables are sold except one table. But you can still buy general admission and come and sit in the audience, But that is a really fun show, and it's a great fundraiser for the city. Hiawassee Downtown Development, they do an auction, and it's just really fun. Everybody dresses up. Then we have a laser show coming up. This will be right before the fair on July the 25th. I've done that laser show for the last several years on the ball field. And last year, I think we had about 4,500 people on the ball field for that laser show.
Wow.
This year, we're doing a total patriotic theme with it, the 250th anniversary. So it's something you don't want to miss. It'll be fun.
Yeah.
Brings out a lot of children with
Now
their
tell
families.
people what these things we're talking about cost you.
Well,
what do they cost the people who are coming?
Well, the laser show's like $10, but now that also includes, before the laser show starts, we have all these games and live bands and food trucks and stuff in Eller Holler, which is right before you go on the ball fields. We have a stage down there, so we'll have some live music. We'll have
So
a
for
couple of bands.
$10 a person, you can spend the evening and enjoy.
And under 12's free.
Yeah.
So,
Where can you take your kids for free?
right, and we have all these slides and foam pits and all kinds of games, cornhole and everything for everybody to participate in way before the laser show starts, because we can't do that till dark, But $10 per person, under 12 free. That's a pretty good deal, isn't it?
That's a pretty good deal.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good deal.
your food's extra. There's plenty of food trucks there that'll be selling throughout the night. So come out and bring your families, and bring a blanket or bring a lawn chair to sit out on the ball field and enjoy the patriotic theme.
I have never seen a laser show. Don't tell anybody I said that. Y'all are going to think I'm just hid under a rock somewhere.
You ain't never been to Stone Mountain to the laser show?
I've never been. No, because Stone Mountain's in Atlanta.
Oh, so you're afraid of Atlanta.
I will drive to Hiawassee. I just about walked to Hiawassee, but I wouldn't go to Atlanta. I told President Trump one day, I said, send me down here and take me to Arlington, but I don't want to be on a plane. I don't want to be on a, no, I don't want, no, never mind, I don't want to go. I want to go nowhere.
Oh my gosh.
Hawassee's my destination of choice.
Well, I'm really taking off this summer. I've never been overseas, but I'm going to Switzerland.
Are you really?
Yes, we're going on the Viking River cruise. I'm leaving the last day of the fair, August the 22nd, the day we got Crowder.
That's crazy. I have a friend who has, this sounds crazy, he's from New Jersey. He lives in Ball Ground. He has a Airbnb on an island just outside Norway.
Oh my.
And he's there right now getting the unit ready because they've got it rented. People go, you have to get there. You can't drive there, folks. You got to go by boat or plane. Yeah, isn't that crazy?
It's going to be a long flight.
And he's doing so good with it. People love
that's
seeing
good.
something
People
different.
love to travel and they love to see all the different cultures in the world, and it's going to be an experience. But we're flying to Germany, and then we'll get on a smaller plane flying to Switzerland, then get on the riverboat cruise and go up to Amsterdam.
That is crazy.
Can you believe I'm doing all that?
No, you know, that's a little far below Hawassee for me.
Yeah, it is. It'll be a 10-day trip, so I'm excited about it. I'm going with some more people, more couples, and more friends, and all of us together just have a great time, I think. The only thing I dread is that long flight.
Have you ever been overseas?
No, this will be my first time.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, I can only imagine flying that far over water. That will be an experience.
Yeah, it will be. Yeah,
wow.
It definitely will be an experience.
Well, travel safely.
Speaking of going on the last day of the fair, though, we start the fair on August the 14th, and I'm excited about the fair this year. Like I said, we're celebrating 76 years, and the opening day we got Peter Noon and featuring Herman Hermits, and I know that's a show that everybody's going to enjoy.
Everybody will love that.
And he is amazing on stage. I think he's like 76 or 77 years old. And he gets out there and jumps around on that stage like he's 20 years old. I've never seen anybody with so much energy in my life. And the crowd just loves it. When I had the Happy Together tour this past Saturday night, I got on stage and was talking about our upcoming events. And when I said Herman Hermits and Peter Noon, they was hooping and hollering. They couldn't wait to see that. So it's going to be good. And then the second day of the fair, we've got Vince Gill coming, August the 15th. That's on Saturday. That show sold out in one day. So we had an opportunity to book a second show on Sunday, August the 16th. So that show still has tickets. We've sold almost 2,000 tickets. Over 1,900 tickets has been sold. The building seats 2,900. So if you want to see that show, I'd highly recommend getting tickets here before long. Yeah. And then we'll bring all the gospel music back next year on that Sunday. I did have to cancel the gospel shows, the acts we had booked, but it was an opportunity. I mean, you can't get Vince Gill to come to Hiawassee very often, and it was such an opportunity.
And I don't know if anybody's noticed, but Vince Gill's not getting any younger, and so who knows when he'll quit touring? Who knows? You know,
he's with the Eagles too, and their schedule is so strict that he can't do anything until he gets the Eagles. They get the Eagles concert schedule completed, and then he can book a few shows. But it's hard to get him with all he has going on in his life. And like you say, he's not getting younger either. But during the fair, we'll have that with Vince Gill, and then we'll have Joe Nichols will be there on August the 20th. So Joe Nichols has some good hits too, and he's a great performer and a super nice guy. We had him there about 2 years ago, I think it was, and I just love Joe Nichols, and such a nice guy. And then the Randy Travis Moore Life Tour, that's coming up August the 21st.
Now explain that, because that's hard for people to conceive. To me, how does she emotionally handle that?
Well, it's a wonderful show. I saw it last year. We had it at the Daily and Vincent Music Festival, but they bring Randy out on stage in a wheelchair, and he had a stroke, several years ago, so he can't sing anymore, and he can't really talk. He can say a few things, but he knows what's going on, because I talked to him in the dressing room, and he was shaking hands and so appreciative of getting to come back to Hiawassee, because that was one of his favorite places to come and sing. But she comes out on the stage with him, his wife, and they give her a microphone, and they put a little coffee table like in between the two chairs, and James Dupree, the lead singer, will sing all of Randy's hits, and then Randy's full band, his original band, will be the band that'll be playing. So it is so good. And then she'll talk about Randy's life and how he toured, and just tell about all of his hits and how everything came about in his life and everything. And then when they sing that Forever and Ever Amen, then they hand the microphone to Randy, and he'll say amen on on the
Wow.
microphone. But it makes you cry. I sat there and cried
And
last
not
year.
many people even survive a stroke, much less are able to carry on and find value in doing things.
I know.
Yeah.
It is so good, and I had so many compliments on that show last year at the Daily and Vincent Festival that I decided to bring it back for the fair. I thought our people that attend the fair would really enjoy that show, and it's sold well. So come out and see Randy and support that show. And then the last day of the fair, on August 22nd, we have Crowder, and that's a contemporary Christian concert. And I've had Crowder, well, I had him last year. I've had him last 2 years. This is the third year to have him. He sold out every single time, so I would definitely, if you want to see Crowder, such
Get
a
a
great,
ticket.
yeah. You know, he fell and broke his leg last year and had to cancel right before the fair, and so we brought him back in November, but he does a wonderful job.
And
so.
I'm looking, I think we're going to have some Crowder tickets to give away.
I'd love for you to.
I think you marked that we can do that. Let me look
It's on
and see.
August the 22nd.
Yes. Oh, yes. You're going to get a free ticket or two to that one, too. So, yeah. So, people better be paying attention today, hadn't
Yes,
they?
they have.
Yeah.
They want to come and see a concert.
There's a lot of things you'll need to remember because, you know, I picked trivia out of some crazy spots. Some crazy spots. But I love that people pay attention and then they come back and they answer and yeah, and they're thankful for these tickets.
That's good.
Yeah.
Well, it's a great venue to come to and see a concert. But Labor Day weekend, we've got a rodeo coming up, and we got the Mimosa Festival. We did that last year for the very first time. It's called Bubbles and Boots because of the rodeo and the
I
Mimosa
see it right
Festival.
there, Bubbles and Boots. Yep.
It is such a fun event. And we had a group from Blue Ridge that came and did a lot of line dancing last year during the Mimosa Festival, so some of them are coming back to dance. We have a stage down there, it's called the Hootenanny Stage, where we have live entertainment. And I think we had 31 different flavors of mimosas last year, and all the vendors set up, and it's just a really fun event. And you can go to the Mimosa Festival during the day. It's from 11 to 4, and then the rodeo, the gates open that night at 6. And the rodeo starts at 8, so you can have a big weekend all weekend long. A lot of things going on to entertain you. And then this is something new that we're doing. It's September the 11th and 12th. It's called Memories and Metal Car Show. And it's going to be like older cars and older vehicles that'll be coming in there for that event. There's a promoter out of South Carolina that's doing that. And then the following weekend, September the 17th, 18th, and 19th, is Daily and Vincent Music Festival. And that show has really picked up on ticket sales this year. We've sold all the VIP tickets, which was all of Section 9, all of Section 10, all of Section 11. There's 400 VIPs, all of them is sold out. And in the VIP, you get to do the meet and greet with Daily and Vincent. We have a meet and greet up at Hamilton Gardens. We do it 2 days, Friday and Saturday. And you get your picture made with them in the poster and the lanyard, and they do a Q&A and get to ask them a lot of questions and answers. And we're going to be having on that show for 3 days. It's going to be a great show. We've got Rhonda Vincent, we've got Ricky Skaggs, we've got the Lonesome River Band, we've got Doyle Lawson and Quicksilver. And, you know, he actually retired.
Yep.
And he's come back out and he's going to do, I think it's either 10 or 12 shows this year. And Hiwassee's one of them. So
that's awesome.
We're excited about that. We've got the Cody Norris Band coming. So if you like bluegrass, and of course Daily and Vincent will be playing all 3 days, but if you like bluegrass, you need to come out that weekend. And people come from all over the United States to see that show. I've never in my life seen such a following that they have from so many different states. And this lady called me last week, and she said that her mother had been in the hospital for 30 days. And she's got out of the hospital now, and her request was to come to see Daily and Vincent. She said, I just want to hug Jamie Daly's neck, she said.
Oh, my gosh.
She said, I love that boy. And they're bringing her in a wheelchair, and they're going to come and spend all 3 days at the Georgia Mountain Fairgrounds. And
when you did that the first time, it was a little risky because they had not been in the area before.
Right.
And it just turned out great.
It did. They were doing that festival up in Denton, North Carolina, and I forget how many years they'd been doing it there. It'd been a lot of years. But they came to me backstage there, and they were there for the Fair Fall Festival or something, and they said that they were wanting to move the event because they had outgrown the venue, and said that they'd like to move it to Hiwassee, to the fairgrounds. And I said, oh, I'd love to talk to you about it. So they said, we're going to have our manager call you on Monday morning, and they did. And that's been since, I think, 2016 or 18, I've been doing that festival, and it's always been a 3-day festival, and it's went over well, and people love it.
And it's the kind of music these mountains are full of. That's what we love.
It is, the bluegrass music. And like next weekend, or this weekend coming up, one of my volunteers that works there at the Fairgrounds, they're having a big bluegrass festival over in Cherokee, North Carolina, and they go to it every year, and they take their campers with a bunch of other couples and just hang out and jam together, and they all are musicians and everything. And she wanted to take my brochures over there on the daily events, and she does it for me every year. So I gave her a big stack of the daily events and festivals and the rack cards on all the concerts and everything. And she goes around campsite to campsite and passes them out for me, because it's people from everywhere.
Let's talk about campsites. Are the campsites booking as quickly as they normally do?
Well, I can see that the economy has hurt everything just a little bit because of the gas prices and the cost of food in the grocery stores. People are having to feed their families, so they don't, and buy the gas, and they just don't have as much to spend. But yeah, the campground's still good. People love to come and camp and be outdoors and all that, but I can see that it has, the economy's hurt it just a little bit. But our campground's so special because it's there on the lake,
It's
and
on
they
the
can
lake,
bring their boats, and they can launch them right there because they have a launching ramp. They can fish, they can swim, they can, if they don't have their own boat, they can rent a boat, you know, and there's lots of marinas around there that rent out. So yeah, it's definitely a destination.
I think my favorite daycation was Lake Chattooga Marina. Pick up a boat for half a day, rent a boat for half a day, and just chill on that lake.
Yeah, just
that is
cruise
like
around.
It's like a prescription for happiness.
Yeah.
And who wants to drive, not me, to Florida and fight the traffic and get down there and stand in line 2 hours to eat at a restaurant that you've already eaten in 30 times because you've been going doing this for 30 years? Change your habit and quit going to the beach and start going to Lake Chattooga, because you can be there in 2 hours from anywhere.
Yeah.
And get a boat and get a place. It's just so different. The atmosphere is so different.
Right, it is that. It's different. It's something. It's a peace that just comes over you when you're out there on the lake.
Yeah,
and
it's like you go back from vacation refreshed instead of worn out.
Yeah, that's true, because when you go to the beach, you have to drive all the way back. I just went to Destin for 8 nights, and I had a blast. I love it. And I love the ocean. It's absolutely beautiful. But if I had my choice, I'd choose the mountains over the ocean.
Yep.
But there at Ridges Resort, they have a lot of children's activities too. They have that. I don't know what you call that.
I called it a water park in the lake.
Yeah, and
I
that's
was
about what it
describing it to
is.
somebody, and I said, it's basically a water park in the lake.
Yeah, it's got a lot of slides and different things for kids to do, and I think it has a ramp where you can actually go airborne for a few minutes with it. I mean, that's right there on the water, and they got all the white sand around it. It's right there next to Marina Station. So yeah, that's good for kids, and people really enjoy going to that too.
And that's the key. Make it easy for everybody, and make it, you know. And when you get to Lake Chattooga, the old folks like it, the young folks like it.
Yes.
It's family friendly.
There's something there for everybody to do. I mean, you're not going to get bored in Hiawassee, young or old. There's something for everybody to do. And there where that water park's at, you can walk right over to Marina Station there and get your food, or you can take a picnic there, whatever you want to do. But it's plenty to do. I mean, you can't get bored if you're really...
Now, when we talk about the 250th anniversary of America, you decided to go big. It was either go big or go home, and you went big. You went big. So what is it going to cost a family to come to this event?
Well, for the fireworks show, there's no charge for that.
Right.
We do take up donations there as you come in, because that helps offset the cost of the fireworks show and everything. But you don't have to give, but if you would like to donate, then you can. But all that's free. All the games are free. All the slides, the foam pit, and all that stuff.
Are y'all hearing the word she's using? Free.
Free. It is
but
free.
If you could make a donation, that's great.
Right.
And
the
if
band,
you can't, your kids get to enjoy it.
The band has to be paid. The Vintage Vixens, they're singing that 80s music like Creedence Clearwater Revival and all that. It's so much fun. But yeah, the band has to be paid, the fireworks has to be paid, and we're increasing that this year to a $15,000 show. So we want to do that to celebrate America. We've got all these banners hung up all over the fairgrounds and flags that says we're celebrating 250 years. So all that does cost money, but it's important that you do those things in your community and bring all the people in for them to enjoy. And so we want to do everything first class as much as we can there at the fairgrounds. I want to do that. I've always felt that way, and I've been at the fairgrounds for 45 years working there, and I can't say there's a single day that I haven't enjoyed going to work. I love my job, love the people, I really love to socialize, and it's been a great job and a great career, and we want to continue that. We really do, and do everything we possibly can do to, when people leave the fairgrounds, they leave with a big smile and say, I enjoyed that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's really
absolutely.
important.
And they plan their next trip coming back.
Yes.
I mean, they leave here with their next trip coming back
Yes.
on their mind.
And that's passed on down from generation to generation. Their parents and their grandparents brought them as children. And I still hear that story a lot from families now. And they'll say, well, I came here when I was a little girl, or I was a little boy, you know, and I just have such good memories of the Georgia Mountain Fairgrounds, you know.
Yep.
So that's definitely important. It really is. And then we have the Northeast Georgia Mustang Club car show. That's coming up the weekend after Daily Events. That'll be September the 25th and 26th. So if you like Shelby Mustangs and Ford Mustangs and all kinds of really hot rods.
Have you got a band that's going to sing Mustang Sally?
Yeah, we need we need that. But there's a Mustang Club that comes there every year. It's called the Northeast Georgia Shelby Mustang Club and Ford meet. So if you're a Ford person, I'd highly recommend coming out to see that.
Yeah.
It's a big deal for them. They used to have that up in Maggie Valley. Every year they'd have it at Maggie Valley. They call it the Fairgrounds there in Maggie Valley. And it was just kind of out in a field, really, is where they had it. But then when COVID hit, North Carolina would not let them bring it back the following year. Well, where else
And thank
could you
goodness, you know, Georgia stayed open for business.
They did.
Through the brilliance of our people who had brains.
Our governor
we
wanted
got
to open it back up.
Yeah, I had a letter in my car that said I could go to work. And I was like, yay.
Yeah.
You know, like 2 days after the shutdown, he looked around and said, we're not shutting down Georgia. And so to Brian Kemp, thank you very much.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much.
And there's a lot of states just shut down and wouldn't do anything. And North Carolina was pretty strict on that. So after they wouldn't let them have the Mustang show in North Carolina, and now it's outside. Where else could you be any safer than outside? I don't understand that.
Yeah.
But anyway, we brought it to Hiawassee. They come to talk to me about it, and I said, yeah, we would love to have the Mustang show here. So it's been in Hiawassee ever since the COVID, which was 2020. So they brought it there, I guess, in
6 years ago.
Yeah, 21. Yeah. And they love the venue, and they don't want to go anyplace else. So it's a good thing. And then the Memory Lane Car Show, that's coming up October 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. That event, I've been having it in April every year. But we move a few things around because I did a new car show. Well, it was called the F100 Nationals. I did that for the first time this year with another promoter.
Is it F100 a Ford truck?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
And they do that big show up in Pigeon Forge every year. They have about 700 up there in Pigeon Forge. And they did the Hiawassee Rod Run last year. Those promoters did. And they called and wanted me to come down to their booth. They said they wanted to talk to me about trying to do something in Hiawassee. So we came up with a date in April for them to do the show there. They call it the Georgia Mountain Ford Nationals, I think is what the proper name is for it. And they did it for the first time and did really well, and they've already booked for next year. So that's why we moved the...
Ask me how I know about this. YouTube. Those guys love putting their Ford trucks on YouTube.
Right.
A lot of people at the fairgrounds had stuff on YouTube.
Yeah, well, that's good.
It was really neat.
It's great advertising for them and
great.
us.
Yep.
But they had a good time, and we moved the Memory Lane Car Show from April then to October. So we have a meeting coming up Wednesday. I think it's Wednesday, yeah. Wednesday on the Memory Lane Car Show. So we're putting our plans together, and this is already confirmed. Chase Elliott from Dawsonville is going to be bringing his show car.
Yay!
And we had it last year for the first time, and I talked to Cindy Elliott, which is Bill Elliott's wife. I talked to her just last week and got all that confirmed, and I sent her all the information. She's passed that on over to the guy that's in charge of bringing the car, you know, and setting up. So we're excited that they're coming back, and we'll have live music out there on the grounds, and there'll be vendors set up, and there'll be probably 250 cars there for that show. So come out and enjoy that.
You know what we're missing in the music industry today?
What?
And you and I know about it. Little Deuce Coupe, You're Real Fine, My 409.
Oh, yeah.
All the great car songs were in the 60s.
Yes.
Nobody does car songs anymore.
They don't.
What's
They
wrong
really-
with you people?
I don't know.
There's still some good cars out there.
But we got a DJ coming for this show. I'm getting a new DJ this year. Nothing wrong with the other DJ I had because he did a great job too. But we got a DJ that does a bunch of the shows over in Cherokee, North Carolina, and there close to the casino. And I think he's going to do a great job. I met him last year for the first time, and he is going to do a great job with the music. So I think you'll see a good improvement.
We need some car music. Yeah.
I think he's going to do good.
Yeah.
And that same weekend, as I have the Memory Lane Car Show, I've got 2 concerts that weekend. So I'm trying to kill myself that weekend. We have got Sarah Evans that will be there on Friday night, October the 2nd.
Guess what? We're going to have some tickets to Sarah Evans.
Yes,
so y'all better start paying attention.
Sarah Evans will be here on October 2nd, and then the Bob Seger tribute show will be there on October the 3rd on Saturday night. So we'll have the car show for 3 days, and we'll have 2 concerts that weekend. So
that's crazy. Yeah.
It is crazy.
Yeah.
It's definitely no time to be off, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But it's fun, and it brings a lot of people, like I said, to the area. And people love cars, they love music, and why not just do all of it at the same time and entertain them all day and all night?
Do you have a number for last year, because it was your 75th anniversary? Do you know a gate number?
We probably, for the whole year, for the Georgia Mountain Fairgrounds and all the concerts and the campground and the Hamilton Gardens, because we probably bring 20,000 people through Hamilton Gardens during the Rhododendron Festival and the acoustic sunsets that we have. But I would estimate around 250,000 people that went through the fairgrounds in a year's time.
Think about that, y'all. That's 250,000 people have visited Hiawassee, Georgia.
Yeah.
They will come back. They will either come back to buy a retirement home. They'll come back to possibly even open a business during their retirement years, because we find a lot of people retire and then really want something to do and open cute shops in Hiawassee.
They do.
There's such an opportunity in Hiawassee now.
They are, and they want to do something, you know, to be beneficial to the community and the county, and it gives them an opportunity to do that. So yes, it's definitely a destination, like I said earlier, and it's a place to draw people and let them socialize and meet people. And what's so great about it, when they come there and have a good experience, they go tell somebody else about Hiawassee and the Georgia Mountain Fairgrounds. So word gets around, word of mouth, and of course the internet, of course, too. But yeah, we have a great.
And Anderson Music Hall is one of those venues. When you get general admission, you're going to get a great show.
Yes, you are.
You know, you're going to get a great show.
Yes, you're going to get a great show, and Georgia Mountain Fair definitely put Towns County on the map. And one thing I forgot to mention, when the fair's going on, I've talked to Braden Rumfelt, who is the top 5 contestant for American Idol. He is going to be our Grand Marshal in the Georgia Mountain Fair Parade this year.
Awesome.
He'll be there on Saturday, August the 15th at 11 o'clock, where the parade will start in downtown Hiawassee, come down through town, and circle the fairgrounds. So we're excited he's going to do that. And you
know, coming back as an Idol almost winner, his family had been at the fairgrounds before.
Oh yeah.
As the Rumfelt family, because this is not just one kid that's talented. They've got a whole mustered up of them that's talented.
They are. Kellen, his twin brother, is very talented, and he's now Braden's manager, so I talked to Kellen a lot. And then their sister, Callie, she's got a great voice, and Chris has got a great voice, the daddy. So yeah, and Judy, Braden's grandmother, graduated from Towns County High School there. She was graduated with my sister and was always, and still is, friends, you know, and just sweet as she can be. I just love her. But I think it'll be great to have Braden there. And another thing that we're going to do on the 4th of July, the commissioner, we have a sole commissioner there in Towns County, Mr. Bradshaw, Cliff Bradshaw. He's going to read the Declaration of Independence there on the stage there where the Vintage Vixens will be playing. So we're going to do that, and then there'll be a lot of veterans. We'll salute our veterans and all that. We did that at the rodeo, and there was a veteran that was 100 years old that we brought to the fairgrounds Memorial Day weekend. They brought him out in the arena in a side-by-side, because, you know, he couldn't walk very far, and he can't really see anymore much, but he was able to get out of that side-by-side, and they recognized him and talked about him and saluted him, and the whole 5,000 people that was there for that rodeo stood up and clapped.
Went crazy.
They did. Oh, it was so amazing. It made you cry to see
it.
It
is a time to celebrate America. And where is a better place than Hiawassee, Georgia?
I know. It's so neat. And I just love what President Trump's doing at the Hoover Dam. I don't know if you've seen that on the internet,
that flag.
Hanging that flag and it be lit up at night.
Yeah, the flag's a little bit big. It's huge.
It weighs 2,000 pounds is what it weighs. That's what I read anyway. I've been to Hoover Dam a couple of times, and that's pretty fascinating to see Hoover Dam. But when I saw that, it just made my heart flutter to see that and think, you know, you're really stepping it up a notch and doing all these great things. And we're actually trying to get and we've been trying for 6 months to get the United States Navy Band to play at the Daly and Vincent Festival, because Rhonda Vincent's daughter, Sally, is the lead singer for the United States Navy Band. And they've been there to Hiawassee. I've met her and talked to her, and we've been trying to get them to come back for this year. But President Trump is going to be using them in so many places across America that they can't commit to Hiawassee. But she just got
I think President Trump gets first precedence over us.
I'd say, yes. But wouldn't that be very appropriate to have them there in Hiawassee? And it could still happen in September, but we've not got a commitment from them yet. But we did have them, had them a couple of times, and they played for 2 days when they came. I mean, they played on Thursday night and Friday night. So if we can get them, that would be a nice addition to the show.
I wonder how many people are sitting at home with their pencil and paper, because tonight we're going to give away some tickets. And tonight you're going to have to answer some questions. And I love that it is going to challenge your brain. I used to say my granny watched Price is Right and Wheel of Fortune as she got older, and she said it makes me think. And so I think it's good anytime we can make you think, because we want you to think about America, think about the 250th anniversary, think about hometown America is Hiawassee, Georgia, where 250,000 people came to these mountains because of the beauty, of the peacefulness, I hate to say this word, but of the safety.
Yes, that's very true.
It's just a great place. You can camp, you can picnic, you can hike Bell Mountain, unless you're Sherry and you're terrified of it. But it is just, it's amazing that we can sit here and say, y'all come now.
Yes, we want you to come, absolutely. I talked to a man this past week. We was ordering a shipping container from him, and he was down right below Atlanta, and he was a country bumpkin, but he was so wonderful. I just loved talking to him, and we bought a container, and he's bringing it next week, and he said, I'm moving up there. He said, I'm getting out of this place down here. He said, there's so much crime down here now. He said, I want to come to the mountains, and he said, I'm coming up there to buy property, and that's going to be my home. And I thought, you know, that's pretty cool, really, to hear that.
That's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Well, we're going to take a commercial break. When we come back, we're going to tell you more, and we're going to feature a song that is on Lake Chatuge. And Chase, it's your job to find this. It's on Lake Chatuge, and it's called The Mountain Life. And I will tell you about the mountain life. Once you try it, you ain't going back. You ain't going to be happy just sitting there looking at the concrete and the pavement and driving 285 and 75. You're going to be looking for a piece of property or a house in Hiawassee, Georgia. I'll promise you that.
Whether you're in the mood for chicken strips, a delicious burger, our classic banana split, or an upside-down thick blizzard treat, we've got you covered. Hot and fresh food every day, every time, and delicious DQ soft serve make the perfect pair at your favorite place. Not fast food, fan food fast. Your Blue Ridge, Ellijay, and Jasper Dairy Queens are your meet, eat, and treat headquarters.
Thank you for choosing DQ. How may I serve you?
If you or your business are looking for local advertising opportunities, we have sponsorships available for new programming coming soon on ETC3. Contact us at 706-697-5591.
See us anytime you can.
ETC is connected to our community. We provide communication services that connect friends and family. We're connecting with our neighbors through support of local causes and events, connecting our students and schools to a world of learning resources, and connecting you to the latest technology with local customer service. Learn more about our community connections and fast, reliable internet. Visit etcnow.com today.
Whether you're swimming in the sea or splashing in the pool, making a masterpiece, or just making memories, writing a great American novel, or writing your term paper that's due tomorrow. Whatever you do in life, Farmers is here to protect it. For all your insurance needs, call Donald Curtis in Blue Ridge.
Misty mountain, rainbow sky, a faraway look in your eye. Tell me, have you had enough? Traffic jams and city stuff. Don't you think it's time to go where black bears climb and waters flow? Hummingbirds out on the deck, feet propped up, and what the heck? You'll love how we live here in these mountains. Everything is gonna be alright, and we all wave hello here in these mountains. Life is good, we sleep well at night. It's alright, the mountain life. Load 'em up and head this way to the bright red Georgia clay. From Notley down to Carter's Lake, all the memories to make. So much here for all to see, a land that is so dear to me. Welcome home to all your dreams, hot rod Fords and crystal streams. Now you'll love how we live here in these mountains. Everything is gonna be alright. We all wave hello here in these mountains. Life is good, we sleep well at night, and it's alright, the mountain life. It's alright, the mountain life. Y'all come by and see us anytime you can.
You know, that song you just heard was written as we were driving down 515, and somebody said, you need to write a song about mountain life. Well, I can't just write a song about mountain life. Well, you just heard it, and it is a great song, and it describes the mountain life. And if you haven't tried the mountain life, we're going to give you a whole bunch of reasons to try it. I'm going to go through them quickly. The tickets that we're going to be giving away, I'm going to do them sporadically. Okay. One here, one here, one here, one here. We're going to give tickets away to Shenandoah, Clint Black, Peter Noon of Herman's Hermits, yay, Joe Nichols, Randy Travis, the More Life Tour, Crowder, the Mimosa Festival, you ladies will like that, the Mimosa Festival, the Daily and Vincent Music Festival, Sarah Evans, Bob Seeger, Bellamy Brothers in Exile, and then one that somebody's going to really want to be there, the Malpass Brothers and Always Loretta, because you know at the house we're always playing Loretta. And Loretta is the music I love. And then Molly Tullett. Tell me about them.
Molly Tuttle?
Tuttle, yeah.
Yes.
Tell me about them.
She played there last year at the Georgia Mountain Fairgrounds and did well. And she's going to be more.
What kind of music is it?
It's Americana, bluegrass,
okay.
folk, a little bit of folk.
Like Hannah Harper, that won Idol. Okay.
Yeah. She's got a great voice. She's got an all-female band, which is absolutely amazing. So if you get a chance, last year Sister Sadie is another group of females that plays that kind of music. They opened for her, but they weren't available this year for me to get, but Molly Tuttle's coming back. And she used to play with Oak Crow Medicine Show. When I had Oak Crow Medicine Show there, she played with that band, and she actually just married one of the singers in Oak Crow Medicine Show.
Wow,
yeah.
wow.
So if you like that kind of music, you'll love the show for sure.
And the thing that we want to really share with y'all, 250 years in America, you're going to get to come Hiawassee, Georgia. If you can't afford to make a donation, you don't have to. Come in the gates. Let your kids enjoy the bouncy houses, the slides, the music, the whatever. If you want to bring a picnic or if you can afford the truck food, come and spend the day.
Absolutely.
Because what time do the events actually start?
We start at 3 o'clock in the afternoon on July 4th with all the activities, and then we'll shoot the fireworks that night at 9:45. So it's an all-day deal, really. Like you say, come in and enjoy it, and we have a 1,000-car parking lot there that you can park in. You can actually bring your grill and grill out in the parking lot if you want to, or if you want to buy a table up at Hamilton Gardens. And we're cooking hamburgers and hot dogs up there, and we have a full bar up there, a live band. It's going to just be a wonderful place, and you're safe, and you get to see a beautiful fireworks show. It takes a little while to get out, but the traffic, but we'll have the cops down at the highway directing traffic.
But you can sit and relax and hang out. You don't have to go with the flow when the traffic first breaks loose. Just sit there and chill a little bit.
You can. And in the food trucks, there's all kinds of food to eat. And then we have Georgia Mountain ice cream there. And that is some of the best ice cream you can ever eat. So you got to have ice cream on July 4th.
Yes.
We got the Fall Festival coming up too after we get through some of our events, the spring, summer, and fall. We got the Georgia Mountain Fall Festival coming up October the 9th through the 17th. Beautiful time of the year to come to the mountains and see the leaves and enjoy some of the events there at the fairgrounds. On October the 9th, opening day, we've got the Bellamy Brothers and Exile. Let Your Love Flow. That's one of the songs I always play at the radio, and I always enjoy hearing that. But I think that's going to be a great show, and it's selling really well. So if you want to get tickets for it, I would definitely plan and make plans to get those. You can buy them online, or you can give us a call there at the Georgia Mountain Fairgrounds, and we're happy to help you. And then on October the 10th, I was supposed to have Three Dog Night there, and it got confirmed, and we probably sold 300 or 400 tickets. But Three Dog Night has hired a new band member, and the new band member had some conflicts with the tour dates, and Hiawassee was one of them. So they sent me 2 or 3 other dates to try to choose from because we was going to have to move them, and it never worked out. So they're not going to be there this year. I'll have them back next year, but it just didn't work out. So right now I'm trying to see who we can get. I've actually checking in on Chris Young for October the 10th, in which he's a great entertainer. He's asking $125,000 So we'll just have to see how it goes.
Lord
but,
have mercy.
He's had a lot of hits, and a lot of people like him, you know.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it'd be good to have him if we can
Wow.
get him. But Malpas Brothers and Always Loretta's coming October the 15th, and like you said, Always Loretta, they'll have Loretta's original band there, and this lady comes out and sings all of Loretta's hits. So they say, I have not seen this show, but I've heard so many people in the music industry in Nashville, a lot of the agents says it's a really, really good show.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
anxious to see
And
that.
we'll never get over Loretta's music.
No,
never
we
will
won't.
we get tired
There's
of
nobody
hearing
else ever
Loretta's
going to
music.
replace her.
No.
But I want to see that show because I've not seen it, and I've heard so many good things about it. And everybody loves the Malpas Brothers. They've been there several times. And then, like we talked about earlier, Marley Tuttle's coming on October 16th. So that is some good music. And then on October the 17th, which is the last day of the Fall Festival, I have an offering right now on Tanya Tucker. We've not got it confirmed, but she is interested. I heard from the agency last week, and she had a few more questions. And the offer was actually supposed to expire last Friday, and they asked me if I could give them a few more days
Think about it.
to think about it. So yes, I said we will, and be happy to help.
Can I tell you how many times I had to listen to that song, Delta Dawn?
Delta Dawn?
Because I have a child whose name is Dawn, and she thought that song was written about her. Well, it was not.
Do you know, I think, didn't Tanya record that song when she was like 15 years old?
Yes.
She was very
yes,
young.
Yeah,
And that's been a good hit
and
for
can
her.
I just say, over and over and over, we heard that song.
I bet you did. I bet you did, with her name being Dawn.
Oh, yeah.
And then that'll be the last day of the Fall Festival. And as soon as it gets booked, we'll get it out there on our website and Facebook and social media, and we'll put the tickets on sale if it happens. If it don't happen, then I'll be looking for somebody else. But that's the plans right now. And then after the Fall Festival's over, we have the Appalachian Brew and Music Festival. We'll have about 75 breweries there from all over Georgia, and there'll be some from other states as well. But that'll be taking place on October the 24th. And that is a really fun event. A lot of people, a lot of good music out there on the fairgrounds. And we have an offering right now on Blackberry Smoke for that Saturday night, October the 24th. And I think it's probably going to happen. It's not confirmed, so don't you call tomorrow wanting to buy tickets. But they have got 2 other dates that in other venues that's tying in really good with Hiawassee on the routing and everything. And that's part of getting the act, is the routing has to work. You can't be in Phoenix, Arizona one night and be in Hiawassee the next night.
Yeah, that's hard.
But if that works out, that'll be a big night for us. We had Blackberry Smoke there a few years ago, and it completely sold out. And then we just got Rodney Carrington booked. He's a comedian, and he was going to be there on Halloween night. So that's October 31st. We had him there a few years ago, and it sold out. So if you enjoy Rodney Carrington and the music, he'll sing a little bit and he'll talk a little bit. So it's going to be a fun night. And on October 31st, that's also our Halloween weekend. And last year we did this the first time. We had a spook house up in Pioneer Village, you know, where we had a haunted village. It was perfect up there in those old buildings and everything. And the Young Harris College lacrosse team played their parts, and so they want to come back this year. They had so much fun, and we gave them half of the gate as a fundraiser for their
cool.
lacrosse team. And they took a check out of there. We was able to give them a little over $2,600.
That's awesome.
So they are thrilled, and now the boys lacrosse team is so excited they want to come and help. So it's going to be October the 30th and October 30th and 31st, and then we're going to move the Halloween to October 30th because of the concert, you know. So we'll have all those booths full with businesses giving out candy to all the children and everything. So,
and again, you don't have to haul your kids here and there and everywhere. You can go right there to the fairgrounds, and they get to trick or treat.
That's true. That's very true. Yeah. And then we have the Oak Ridge Boys coming back. There's a promoter out of Tennessee next to Pigeon Forge. He does that Country Time Tonight up there, that theater. Does about 30 shows a year. They're bringing the Oak Ridge Boys back. I think that date is November the 7th, I believe. I don't have it on this information, but it's on our website, and those tickets are on sale. And then we have a new show. Well, I say it's new. It's been there at the fairgrounds a couple of years. It's called Rats and Rust's Car Show. That's a promoter there in Hiawassee. It's a local guy. That's November the 6th and 7th. And he has been doing this show down at the Towns County Recreation Center. So he wanted to move it to the fairgrounds. So we've had that there for the last few years. And then, of course, the Mountain Country Christmas and Lights is going to start Thanksgiving
Christmas
night.
and Lights, yes.
And that will be here before you can turn around. So we'll see how that goes and make plans for Christmas.
Y'all have got a lot to remember to win these tickets tonight. So I hope that you took your vitamin whatever that makes your brain function better. So But you know, this is a world of stuff you can do. Honestly, an hour and 10 minutes from here, 2 hours from Ball Ground, 3 hours from Atlanta. This is stuff you can do year round. There's not one period of time that there's not something going on.
That's true. And if you want to come for the weekend, there's a lot of Airbnbs there to rent too. So beautiful homes on the lake or on top of the mountains with beautiful views. So make sure you check it all out and come and see us and visit with us. And just let us know how you enjoyed Hiawassee.
That's right. And once you come, you'll come back, I promise you. And once you rent that boat, you'll be like just out there on that lake, just cruising and enjoying it and listening to the mountain life. So,
absolutely.
yeah.
And Brasstown Ball is another place to visit.
That's
the
right.
highest mountain in the state of Georgia. Beautiful waterfalls all around us and lots of great hiking areas in the several state parks. Unicoi State Park, Vogel State Park, Tallulah Gorge. I mean, there is so much to do there in the mountains.
If you do nothing but go out, if you stay at the Georgia Mountain Fairgrounds campground and you go within an hour radius and you do the back roads, you're going to call and thank me.
Absolutely.
Because the back roads will just take you to a place of peace you've never been before.
It will. And
it's
don't
amazing.
don't forget the wineries too there in North Georgia.
Right.
There's so many beautiful wineries.
That's right.
It's so peaceful.
Look at the time. We're gone. We've got to get out of here. We're going to YouTube. Check us out again. Bye, y'all. Contest tonight on Facebook.